So about a month ago, I talked about Shugoki and told you guys why I personally think that Shugoki is one of the worst heroes in the game, not only from a competitive standpoint, but also he's one of the worst heroes to fight against because he's just simply not fun to fight against. Now, on Tuesday, UB released a blog post talking about the state of balance for Season 5, and I kind of talked about the duel statistics and all that in last week's video. Now, in that blog post, UB does not talk about Shugoki, although Shugo has been on the community's mind for a couple seasons now. And they got a whole bunch of feedback, so in response to that, UB releases a post on Reddit that mainly talks about the way they collect data for the state of balance and, of course, why they didn't talk about Shugoki. And in short, they basically said that Shugoki is a hero they've been looking at and, listening to us and all our discussions about him, but at the moment, there isn't too much to share, and there won't really be anything big released in the short term. To me, what this is saying is that Shugoki won't be getting a rework next season, and at this point, it wouldn't surprise me if he wouldn't be reworked for a couple seasons. Considering what was released this season in the Orochi and Peacekeeper reworks, I'm assuming that they're working on bigger things right now. I don't think that we'll ever get another season like Season 5 where we got 3 major reworks and big changes to 2 other heroes, because by now I'm assuming that new heroes are being worked on and at least 1 or 2 are probably being finished up on, but don't quote me on that. Now, this kind of sucks for Shugoki mains because he is pretty weak right now and he isn't fun to play. And I'm sure a rework would actually make him fun again and hopefully not turn him into just a big assassin, as I'm sure there are tons of ways to make Shugoki one of the most unique and fun heroes in the game. Now, they did mention that hopefully we'll see at E3 why we won't see anything on Shugoki for a while. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about real fast is that in both these posts, the State of Balance post and the follow-up, they mention competitive 4v4. In one post they say the goal is to have a healthy competitive meta, especially in 4v4. That's what we strive for. And in the other it says all these changes are here to make as many heroes as possible very competitive in 4v4 and make them fill a team role. Which to me basically confirms that they're still pushing the whole eSports competitive thing, which is fine, but to me, it's going to take more than balancing heroes to make this game an esport, and I say that loosely because I don't like that term. I honestly think that they need to focus on making the game more fun to watch and give us a spectator mode so tournaments are not only easier to host, but also look better without having to kill off a player at the start of every round and only having one point of view. And while I don't want to get into all my points about competitive For Honor because I want to save that for another video, I will say that I want UB to prove me wrong and somehow figure out a way to turn this game into what they wanted it to be. What I will say about this post and other posts like this is that I really do like that the devs have kept up with the game for so long, and I'm really hoping that this upcoming Monday they do a fantastic job with their E3 spot and hopefully bring a lot of the players who dropped the game back in and make them see that this game has improved in almost every way. It's rare for a dev team to keep up with their game the way UB has, and I know there's devs out there like the ones working on Warframe or the ones at Epic working on Fortnite that in my opinion are the best at constantly updating their game. But UB's been doing a great job at it too. I don't think For Honor will ever have its Rainbow Six Siege turnaround everyone was saying it would have, but I do see the game growing from where we are now as long as we stay on track. And the last thing I want to talk about real fast is that we've finally gotten an answer to the whole will console ever get separate balancing from PC question. And the answer is exactly what we figured it would be. There won't ever be any separate balancing for console, and console won't ever get 60 frames per second, unfortunately. Also, they're trying to figure out a solution to the problem, but they haven't made a decision on one just yet, which is why they try not to talk about it. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. I just wanted to relay some information to you guys since I haven't talked to you in about a week now. And that's mainly because I haven't been playing the game nearly as much as I was. As I said in my last video, this season just doesn't do enough for me, and I find it a little dull for right now. So I've been taking a break for a little while I wait for E3, and I've been playing around with different types of videos. Anyways, as usual, if you like the video, feel free to leave a like and sub if you're new. and I will talk to you guys in the next video.